Hi and welcome to today's video where I have my empties for the month of June. It's hard to believe we're over halfway through 2025 and I'm sorry this has been a bit delayed, and it's because I have been busy decorating. I've got all paint all over my hands and I'm not even a fraction of the way through. So yeah, I'm going to be a bit late with videos in the next few weeks, I'm afraid, if you can please bear with me. But I have the empties, like I say, so I'm going to go through the ones in front of me. So I've got my Bath and Body. I've got Body and Soul by Astonish, which I get from home in bargains because I bath every day. And I've had two of the raspberry one and the Golden Glow, which is more orangey, one of them. I do enjoy both of those. And then I finished up a Soap and Glory Smoothie Body Wash. Now, this was okay because it's one of the last of the old formula. They've changed the smoothie style because it used to smell of porridge or I think I'm not sure what you call it, Mary, but basically a porridge, Scots porridge or oats with honey and some almond. But the new version has coffee. It's made basically a coffee breakfast scent, which I don't like. So I don't think I'll be buying these again, but it's the original Smoothie Start Body Wash, but I did enjoy it. It was nice and creamy. And this is the Body Butter in that range. And then we have the scrub as well. So I've just got one item that I'm still using, which is a body lotion. But they're three that I managed to finish up, and it's sad they've changed the formula, so I won't be buying those again. Then I have a very old item that I've had a long time. It's a Wild Rose Milk Bath. So it's a little powder that you put in, so it's like powdered milk with some rose in, and it softens the water, if you know what I mean. So I did enjoy using that. Anything else Bath and Body, we'll just see as we go along. So for taking away makeup, I've got the Melt the Day Away Cleansing Balm from Ella and Joe, which is an independent brand. I got a beauty box with a lot of these products in. This is a fruity berry sort of scent. Really enjoyed it. A little went a long way, and it lasted well over a month. And it was quite good at dissolving makeup, although I don't tend to like putting balms too close to the eyes in case they irritate my eyes. But it did take the makeup off the face and neck extremely well. Then this product I've been going through for about a year. It is by Pry, and it's the Ageless Throat and Décolleté Cream 100ml. So this lasts a long time. So this is the day cream, and I put that from here right down the chest, and it does last a long time. Now this is a bejeweled one. It's got little crystals on. It's limited edition packing. The only packaging which often Pry have for QVC, but they do fall off. That's the only thing. They don't seem to be put on that well. But the actual contents is really nice. I do enjoy, and I'm using another one. Very soon I'll be breaking out a new one. I'm just using up a little bit of another company's neck formula at the moment. Then I have, but the night one I didn't finish yet, so the night one will be followed up probably at the end of July. Then I have from The Ordinary Hair Care. This is a multi-peptide serum for hair density. Now I only use this once or twice a week, and I think what you're supposed to use it each night, but I'm frightened of my hair getting greasy, so I use it about an hour or two before I wash my hair. But it is quite expensive at around £20. I can't say, I've been using it quite a long time now, maybe a year. I can't actually say that it's done anything for my hair, but I have lost a lot of weight, and the dieting process has probably caused the shedding that I've had. But I think I will try and reorder some more of this. So it is, like I say, The Ordinary Multi-Peptide Serum for Hair Density. And that is, how many mil? 30 mil, I would imagine. It's not easily visible on here. 60 mil. So it did last me quite a long time because I just used a few drops, and it is a fairly light oil. I've then used up, I think the actual tube is in a project pan, so I haven't actually got it to hand. This is the Inky List Polyglutamic Acid Sunscreen SPF 30. I finished that up in early June, and I'm starting, well, I've got another I'm using at the moment. That is nice, but what I will say is I believe makeup pilled with it and it stung the eye slightly, is what I will say. If I got it, I would use it again, but it is a bit problematic with makeup and with pilling. Then I have from Carolyn Hiron's brand, a Skin Rocks, the cream cleanser. This is very expensive, but to me it's a bit like a cold cream cleanser, and you can pick them up relatively inexpensive. It's a rich formula, creamy sort of formula. It's not one that I would purchase because it's expensive, but I would use it if I got it in a beauty box. Another item I have is by BioFX, and it's the EGF serum, and this is the full size at 15ml, so it has a lot of growth factors in. There it is. So I've used it several times before. I've actually got another bottle I'm using at the moment because I use my serums and my products in date order as best I can. That's date coming in, or if it says a shelf life of a year unopened, then it has to be used within that year. But most products have a shelf life of several years. But I have used this up, and I've got, like I say, another one on the go. It's quite a thick, viscousy, clear fluid. I'm not sure if it does an awful lot, but I've enjoyed using it, and I will gladly use it if I ever get it in advent calendars, etc. And then, so I use that in the day, and at night I've been using for some years now the Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair, and this is, it does say you can use it of a morning as well, but I tend to use this of night, and this has taken me many months to finish off because this is the 50ml, and I just really enjoy this night cream. It has a lot of peptides in, and it also has hyaluronic acid. Then for the hair, we've also got by Amika, and this was in the Project pan, I think 50 Shades of Black. This is the Wizard Detangler. So I use that once I've towel dried my hair. I'll put a bit of this on, and I've got another that I'm using at the moment because I got them in beauty boxes. Then I have Kate Somerville Exfoliate, which I got in an advent calendar this year. And what I will say about this is that it just burned my face. So I instead used a little bit on the upper arms for KP in a rough skin, and that has worked quite well. So it took me several months to get through that, but this is now, like I said, all done, which I'm pleased about. Then I have by Elemis a Peptide 4000 mask. So this is really like a night cream rather than a mask. It took me quite a while to get through that, but that is all gone. It is quite moisturising. You can use it over a moisturiser because there is lipids or oils present, so it will lock in moisture if you know what I mean. But I have enjoyed using that. It's a lovely, lovely balm. I've got another random Olaplex number 2. I use that with number 1, and that is when you're actually processing your hair either with bleach or hair dye or straightening your hair chemically. This is the part 2. You get a couple of bottles for each part 1 that you buy in a kit. This is a salon product, but I have managed to use that up. I've got a couple of candles, and I think they're from the USA, these, if I can remember. And these are like a raspberry or strawberry fragrance ones. I've used up a By Terry Balm de Rose moisture cream, which I used post bath. That was really, really nice. Really enjoyed it. It didn't make any wild claims, but it was just a decent moisturiser. Also used up the Nux Gold, which I used of a morning at some point, and that's a nice rich moisturiser. It's not too heavy, but it is rich. I did enjoy using that. It's a kind of yellowy toned colour. I finished off an Olaplex number 3 for the hair, which is a pre-wash. You dampen the hair and put this on for say 20 minutes, and then you can wash out and then shampoo. I also finished a Fab Beauty tint cream with SPF 30, and I use that on my neck. It's quite a dark colour, but this product I got that when it came out, and it mustn't have been on the market more than a year because when I've looked it up, it's no longer sold. Then I've gone through my Mercura dry skin wipes, which I do use to take the balm off my face that I've used for makeup removal, and it works very well. I've got a freeze frame, which is the brand Revitalize Eye Solutions. Now, when I use that post bath because I found when I use that of a morning, it caused terrible pilling around the eyes, and that's because it is basically a silicone-based product because it's supposed to tighten, and I presume silicone is used. So I used it post bath. So I'm not sure whether it actually physically improves or conditions the skin, or whether it's just cosmetic and that it fills it in just while it's on the skin. I don't know, but I was only able to use it when I wasn't wearing makeup, so it's not one that I would go out of my way and buy. And then I have a couple of warming eye masks, which are great if you've got any eye strain or headachy, or you need to sleep and you're not that tired. It helps you drift off. There's various companies, but this is Beauty Pro, which seems to be one of the less expensive ones. And I got various boxes from, I think it was Just My Look, or it was either Just My Look or latest. Can't think. Look fantastic, and I've bought certainly from them in the past. I've got an instant hydrating mask from Knight and Wilson, which these come in beauty boxes. Quite a nice mask. It's a white thick mask. There aren't any miracles, but it is quite nice. I do enjoy using them. Now, for empties for makeup, I've got them all here. Now, a couple were from May, but they fell to the bottom of a bag that I put all my empties in, and so I'm only showing you now. So this is a Surat brow pen, and basically that is the refill. So I'm going to keep the pen because I got this as one big item, but it's a pen and refill. So what I'm going to do is keep it, and it'll remind me just to buy the refill rather than the whole pen. It just makes it a bit more less expensive. So that's one eyebrow product finished. I've got an eyeliner that's finished, and that is the Rhodile Brown, I think it is. Is it? Yes. Rhodile Brown. That was in a project pan, so that's now all gone. It's split at the top and is rather mushy, so I couldn't use that, but I'm glad to have that finished. This month I finished another of a very old Lancome shaker lip oil. That's my second one that's finished. I also finished up 2 polish items. I got a nail polish that was in a project pan, and it's Orly Artist Garden. Really enjoyed that. It got a bit stringy towards the end, a bit gooey. And then I got a Sally Hansen Insta Dry. There is some left, but it always seems to go off. And I did put in some thinner, and you can see the thinner. It just broke the whole product up. So I'm classing that as an empty because I got as much as I possibly could out of that. And I have reordered more. I finished off, this was in my project pan, and this is a Ciati lip luster. Ciati are no longer around, and I finished that in my project pan. And I also have an eyeliner from Essence, and it is a ecru, very pale skin colour, or for light skin people, skin colour to brighten up the inner eye. I wouldn't buy it again, but it was okay. What I found, it drifted out and into the eye and caused a bit of irritation, in all honesty. And I've finished up a couple of samples, which isn't a lot for me, but a couple of samples of perfume, and it is Sunday Brunch by Kieran. I'm not sure if this brand is still around. It was a new brand about 4 or 5 years ago. And then there is this one, which is, I don't think this one is around. This is Vileda. Is it Vileda? Oh, Veleda, yeah, or Veleda, skincare brand, German skincare brand, pomegranate fragrance, and they only had the fragrances out about a year, and then they withdrew them. It was a beautiful fresh pomegranates, and lovely, and a bit of a spicy hit as well, a bit of warmth to it, like pomegranate and orange. But it's a pity that's gone. But I have looked to see if I can get any second hand, and I can't. But they're all the finishes. Oh no, one more, and then the final was another lip product. It's a lip oil from Clarins, and I got this in a beauty kit, and it's all gone. Really enjoyed this. It's a lovely slick oil, really moisturising, and stayed on quite a bit on the skin. The oils can come off absolutely lovely, and I have some more Clarins oils already, but I got this recently. And then I've got a couple of declutters, so I'm going to give these away. So the first one is Nails Ink. and that I recently got this in a beauty box that I purchased, and it's Paddington Peace Out, it's called. So it's a very bright coral. The only thing is, despite me putting a rubber coat base to protect the nails, this still stained my nails through the undercoat. So I'm not going to carry on using it. I don't want my nails staining, so I'm going to give that away with a warning. And then I have from RMS Beauty the eye lights, which I got I think in December in a beauty box, and I didn't use this directly on the eye. I put this on a painter's palette, so I'm going to give this away. It just doesn't work out for me. It's quite thick, and it's not a sort of product that I would use. To me, it's more highlighter, which I put it on the centre of the lid. If it had been a matte, this would have been better for all over the lid, but I did find this skipped and was a bit patchy. But maybe for someone with younger eyes, it may work a little bit better, but it is a fail for me from RMS, and I do like RMS a lot. So this one is going to be given away. So they're all the items in this month's, or should I say June's, Empties. Can I say thank you very much for watching, as I do appreciate that your time is valuable. But anyway, let me know your thoughts down below. Otherwise, hopefully I shall see you soon in another video. I'm not sure what my next one will be. It might well be my fragrance uses from April, May and June. That's probably the next one that's due. And then I will have my main project pan update in mid part of July. But otherwise, can I, like I say, thank you very much for watching. Please do take care of yourselves, and bye for now.